next doctor's appointment. Just to let you know how the anatomy scan went. Once again, super busy, won't be looking at the camera. It went pretty crappy. The main thing that I think was crappy was that after the scan, they sent us to a room with an expert, I guess, an expert in bullshit. And the expert asked us how we felt about continuing the pregnancy, aka abortion. In case you haven't seen, not that abortion at any gestation is okay, but whew, these people are they've really lost their minds. And when we told them we are Christians, actually not even in this room, it was mentioned to us that if our baby has what they think it has, which I totally know someone with a kid with what they think our kid has. I am respecting my child's private medical information at this time, so I'm not getting into details of diagnosis and getting unsolicited advice and people's opinions on that. The doctor who did the first imaging told me that if our kid has what they think it has, we should probably just let it die. Yeah, that's what she said. I was confused because I totally know somebody whose kid has that, and their kid is like 3 years old in a couple months. And so then they took us in a room, a gal in a mask, I could only see her eyes, asked how we felt about aborting the pregnancy. Obviously we were revolted. And then she handed us a book about how to prepare for a baby that is or she tried to hand me a book. I refused it. I said, no, thank you. She tried to hand me a book about, basically, did I put this on already? Yeah, I'm trying to get ready for my next appointment. How to get ready for our baby to die. I did more research and talked to my friend whose kid has this. And gosh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to like get ready while I'm talking about this. I'm so like ticked, but you guys need to know. You need to know that the emergency medical system is absolutely, oh man, I've broken one of these. I shouldn't treat it this way. It is absolutely owned by Satan. Absolutely. If you've received great care from the emergency medical system, it's because they thought that you were worth it, but the next person was not. Done my research on this. There are tons of kids that live wonderful, valuable lives. Hey, sweetheart, mommy's making a video, okay? Oh. You can eat whatever you want right now.
I'm not asking for food.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you put them back.
I promise I will.
Thank you. The other thing is I asked them several times, can they drain the fluid? Because I was literally measuring over 50 weeks pregnant. And they said, oh, there's no point. It would just build back up in a day. And then a couple of moms, like several moms actually, one of which who is a labor and delivery nurse who has a kid with the condition that they think my kid has, said that draining the fluid helped her make it to term. She had them drain 2 liters at first and then a liter every week after that. And that the reason they weren't willing to drain the fluid for me is because they really just 100% of the time, you can ask any parent of a kid like this, they do not try to help you save the kid. You have to fight every step of the way for life-saving intervention. Because obviously when a baby is measuring small, making it to 40 weeks is better than delivering at 35 weeks. There are tons of kids with the condition they think I have, it's not conclusive, who go on to have great lives. So It's just a godless system built on eugenics, and they're just going on self-fulfilling statistics, because of course they don't live if you don't do any medical intervention. But there's a ton of statistics that show that if you do medical interventions, like give the kids surgeries when they're born, and drain the mother's extra amniotic fluid so she doesn't go into preterm labor at 35 weeks instead of 40, that they do have better chances of living with medical intervention. The only reason they're not offering medical intervention is because they just see the diagnosis. So if you are one of those people who still is saying, trust the doctors, over your friends who maybe don't trust the doctors, your conspiracy theorist friends, congratulations, you're an idiot. If you think the system that just told me that I should kill my kid, and if I don't kill my kid, I should just let it die after it's born, naturally, don't do any interventions, when there are tons of kids like that who went on to live just fine, congrats, you're an idiot. So that's where we're at. We have an appointment today. I'm going to beg them, Lord willing, to drain the extra fluid so that I can make it farther. There's all kinds of danger to just leaving polyhydramnios, the extra amniotic fluid, untreated, as in placenta abruption. Basically, I could just go into labor at any moment, and I'm not, that I'm not near the hospital. And I have quick labors. If you watch, my most watched video is me having an accidental unassisted labor where my husband delivered. So the fact that they haven't listened to me about that, and they know that I have fast labors and that I'm concerned about that, and they haven't done anything. And then over the weekend, so my last appointment was Friday. Over the weekend, now it is Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 4 days since the last measurement of the fluid. It's grown exponentially at every single appointment. At the last one, it was 50. Today, it's probably going to be 60, or who knows. The fact that they've let it go that long is medical negligence. So that's where we're at. We are going in for another appointment today. Still don't know who's going to be delivering my baby, if it's going to be in Boise or Salt Lake. I'm feeling brave. I trust God. The thing is, a lot of the parents with this genetic condition tell me, don't take the diagnosis, because a lot of times you get diagnosed with things and then the kid is totally normal. And even if it's not really that big of a deal to us, because as Christians, we see all lives as valuable. And it's kind of shocking to see that. I mean, I knew this. I'd heard this story from other parents. Like, you've probably heard people who have a child with Down syndrome. You've probably heard them say that they were told to abort their baby. And you've probably, and then they love their kid. Their kid has brought them tons of joy. And it's not that big a deal, You've also heard tons of stories where they were given a diagnosis, told to have an abortion, and then the kid didn't even have that. Or maybe the kid did have that and God healed them before they were born. Who knows? So the fact that so many of my Christian friends still trust this industry and think that it's great, and that anyone who doesn't just blindly do whatever they're told by a doctor is stupid, that is just the epitome of illogical. Absolutely. So I think that's about all. We aren't concerned as to whether our kid has special needs or not. Obviously, every parent wants their child to be completely healthy. You want everyone in your life that you love to be completely healthy. But the biggest concern is that we try to save their life, and that we find doctors that will help us with that. So that's where we are at, and whatever God decides is totally fine with us. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to say, but I can just tell you later. All right, remember, you're good, you're precious. I covet your prayers. Grace and peace. Okay, at my appointment where I was hoping they would drain the fluid, they said, yeah, we'll put you on steroids today, so that when we drain the fluid tomorrow, the small percentage chance that it could put you into labor, the baby will have had 1 day to grow on steroids. I threw up a quick prayer and agreed to that. And then they took my blood pressure and it was so high that they sent me straight to the hospital. And my labs on Saturday showed that I did not have preeclampsia, but they're gonna do labs again just to check for that and try to bring my blood pressure down through medication. And I've never had high blood pressure in my life. It came the same day that the polyhydramnios came. And if they can't get my blood pressure down, they're gonna try to deliver the baby tomorrow after he or she has been on steroids for a day. The last measurement, the baby was 3 pounds. So I pray they can just get my blood pressure down, that I don't have preeclampsia, because this baby is so small. It would really be better if baby had more time to grow. But my blood pressure was so high that it was like in the stroke range. No duh, you don't take someone who's usually 130 pounds, make him weigh 190 pounds, 195 pounds, and that's gonna increase the blood pressure. Of course it is. I mean, geez. So if they could just get it down and then drain my fluid, I think that would keep it down, but only God knows. It's just
from all that extra fluid stretching her belly out. And she's currently feeding her 20-month-olds. No, 23-month-olds. Right?
Well, not really.
22-ish months.
I mean, she took like 1 suck on it.
Okay.
What do you call baseline on baby?
120 to 125.
I won't need my shoes right now. I don't know how this works, sorry.
I don't know that you're gonna need your shoes.
Because I have another bed for you out in the hall that we'll move you over to.
Okay.
How's the strip looked?
I just want to like make sure this. Can you pack these pillows too?
into your eyes, I see we're out of time. I guess no one's to blame, nobody crossed the line. I guess we couldn't see, somehow we couldn't feel. Maybe we rose too fast, maybe we got too high.